Hey guys, welcome to Serving 813. We're your hosts, Ava Lamison,
Ava Hyde,
Lily Nisley,
Lily Phillips.
And Serving 813 is a radio show dedicated to spotlighting local organizations making a difference in the Tampa Bay community. And today we're here with Sandra Miranda.
Yes, it is a pleasure and an honor to be here.
I'm so happy. We're also happy you're here with us. And today we're going to be talking about your organization, Eyecareonthego. So, Sandra, I want to hear a little bit about yourself and Eyecareonthego.
Well, I want to let you know that, of course, it is a privilege and an honor to be here because I am a Hawk. Graduated from the opticianry program in 1986. And truly, I love and my passion is giving one of the greatest gift, which is the gift of sight. And I started my journey as a licensed optician in the state of Florida in 86. And I can tell you that I worked with a company that had the opportunity to go to Mexico, and this was in 2006. And I was able to be part of that team, and we were able to serve more than 30,000 people in 2 weeks' time.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yes, and from that point on, I said, you know what, this is what I want to do, one of the things that I want to do. And when we had the pandemic, I was the frontliner of my company. I was the only one in the store that was helping the community in that type or in that era, that period of time. So interesting globally. And so in 2021, I decided, you know what, I want to be able to do this. And Eyecareonthego was birthed, and it was in October 2021. And I the tagline is "We'll bring eye care to you," and so I have had the opportunity, and this is what I am dedicated to helping those that need eye care, vision, the most: children, seniors, uninsured, and underserved in the Tampa Bay area and beyond. So. Yeah.
That's so amazing. I have to ask, how can you tell us more about Eyecareonthego for those just tuning in?
Well, Eyecareonthego was founded in October 2021, and it is a nonprofit mobile vision care initiative. And we are dedicated to giving one of the greatest gifts, is the gift of sight, to those that need it the most, the children, seniors, uninsured, and the underserved in the Tampa Bay area and beyond. Now, we do it through on-site mobile vision screenings, and we also do educational training for those that need to have more information about the eyes. And there's always great opportunity here to serve the community.
So I know you also talked a lot about how you go to different countries, you do these really cool trips with a lot of people, give a lot of children, I've heard, eyesight and that gift of sight. How do you serve in 813, like in Tampa alone? What would be like a typical service that you do?
Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. And how I serve 813 is I go to the different schools that invite me to come in. For example, I know I mentioned Lopez Exceptional Student Service, that they have autistic children. We just did, and as a matter of fact, Ava was part of this, is Learning Locker. And they had an event in the Tampa Bay in which they serve the children and had them have the opportunity to do the STEM, and it was a great, because we do vision screenings. So we have mobile, we order glasses and we bring eye care to you.
Gotcha. That's really cool.
I have to ask, how were you able to jumpstart such a organization like Eyecareonthego in times of COVID just ending, still getting used to the pandemic being over? How was that for you?
Well, it was a gradual great feat to do. But however, I had a great group of people, organizations that help along the way. Lions Club is one of them, and also to the Tampa Bay Latin Chamber of Commerce, which I'm part of. HEC opticianry program, because I became an adjunct faculty instructor in 2020, apropos. And so it takes a village. It really does.
Yeah, totally. Wow. You do. You're so, as I said, you're so intertwined to this community, which is such an amazing thing. And I knew Ava wanted to touch on that. So if you can get into that.
So is this like, I know you talked about your trip to Mexico. That's like kind of how you jump-started your Eyecare on the Go. What were the first steps? What did they look like creating your website, your community, really getting involved in Eyecare on the Go?
Well, it's interesting because I had people and organizations calling me and asking me, can you come and help? So I had the opportunity to help Pathway to a new start, and I was able to help homeless people. And then I started getting connections from schools locally. As a matter of fact, just a few months ago, I was invited to go to Lopez Exceptional Student Services in the Brandon area, which they work with autistic students. And it was a great experience. And I'm just excited that wherever the need is, I want to be part of that. But again, it's a collaboration.
Of course, yeah. So is this something that you always imagined your job to be like when you were younger, or did you have further dreams?
Oh, no. Initially, I thought I was going to be a pediatrician, but I knew it was in the medical field, and I knew that it was in a business arena. I just cannot. So I was born in Puerto Rico, just to give you a little background story. Born in Puerto Rico, but my parents decided to go to New York when I was age 6, and from 6 to 12, I was in New York City. I had my life planned. I was going to go to Bronx High School of Science or Norman Thomas in Manhattan. Nothing happened because then we moved. Did not know even if I was accepted, because you had to apply to be accepted in these schools. But here in Tampa, from 12 until now, I had the opportunity to go to Tampa Bay Tech, and it was a great opportunity because it was in the medical field.
Right.
And then from there, I got a scholarship to go to HEC. Nice. And it was through work, because I was working in the VA hospital and as a pharmacy technician in my senior year of high school. And there was a gentleman that was my coworker, and he said, there is an optician program. And I said, that's interesting. Let me find out. Was accepted. Lo and behold, I now am fulfilling what I wanted to, because I work with children. I work in the medical field, but I also am in a business arena.
That's so cool. You get to get a little bit of everything that you've always wanted to do. That's really neat. I like that a lot.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about the whole Eyecare on the Go, how you get to serve so many countries. That's such an amazing opportunity, and it's so passionate. You're so passionate about what you do, which is really, truly beautiful. I love that. But we're going to go on a break right now for our song, and when we get back, we'll talk about how you can serve your community even more with Eyecare on the Go. welcome back to Serving 813. I knew we had some other questions not relating just to Serving 813. We want to talk about you and Eyecare on the Go and its whole shaboggle. So if Ava, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I was actually wondering a lot with the volunteers. What type of work do the volunteers do when they work with you and they serve with you?
Oh, wonderful. Great idea. Great question. So we like to train the students in different aspects. For example, if I'm using the vision screener, we do train prior to the event how to write down the different numbers, the different prescription that we have. So we do a lot of training, administrative. So registration is an area in which we use. Also to order in the midst of organization. So having set stations. So we have all of that taken care of. Also to helping in the setting up of the equipment, whether it be PowerPoint presentations and things of that nature. So there's different areas. And of course we focus on what their area of expertise or where they're willing to train.
Yeah. I like that a lot because not only are you, letting people get hands-on with this eye care, but you're teaching them how to do it, getting them experience of their own, especially if they want to become interested in anything with eye care on the go, eyes in general. I think it's really, really neat that you guys get to teach them and let them get hands-on experience.
Yeah, totally. I do want to ask, so you started Eyecare on the Go in 2021, right after COVID. Did you face any challenges when having to start at such a time era?
Yes, I personally had challenges because at that time, in 2022, my dad was dealing with Parkinson, and he was actually getting worse. And that delayed, because I was helping my mom, it was a transition for me. So sometimes our personal situations can affect what we're wanting to do professionally or in our career. And it was a challenge. So it delayed, but I know that there was a reason and a plan for everything. So it gave me a perspective. Okay, this is where I need to go. So I put it not a halt, but it was a slower process. And in 20 and unfortunately my dad passed away at the tail end of 2022, in which then I had a transition for helping my mom. Thank goodness my mom is in a wonderful place at this moment. And in 2024, I then started picking up a little bit more momentum. And now I'm in a process of growth. And this is huge because you're part of my story.
Well, now look at you. You're doing so much for so many communities and countries like Jamaica. And now you're going to Guyana, which is so exciting. So shifting gears, do you want to talk about your latest Eyecare on the Go event going to Guyana?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it was interesting because I had gone to Dominican Republic with Lions Club of Wisconsin, a different club, but in when I went to Dominican Republic, which we were able to serve 4,000 people.
Oh, wow.
And in a week's time, which is amazing. There I met an optometrist, and he mentioned about VOSH organization, which is Volunteer Optometrist Serving Humanity. And so little did I know that I was going to meet the vice president of operations of the Southeast.
Oh, wow.
A few weeks later, and her name is Susan. She mentioned that there was an optometrist in Guyana. First, I had to Google it up to see where Guyana was. And it's in South America and English speaking. And she said, it would be great for you to go. And sure enough, we have a team, and we're going to go July 17th through the 27th.
That's
to
awesome.
Guyana.
That's such an amazing
so cool.
opportunity for
Yes.
such kids in need who need vision, especially me and my friend here, Lily Nisley and me both wear contacts, so
Yes.
vision is such a gift for
Yes.
us, obviously.
Yes.
I
Yes.
cannot imagine the world without my contacts. I actually went for so long, like, for some reason, I just, like, didn't, like, think that I needed it, but now that I started wearing contacts, the world is, like, really a different place. Like, I don't know what I was doing before. Like, it truly changed my life.
Well, this is a thing. And here, I truly and sincerely believe that the gift of sight, it's not a privilege. It is a basic necessity. It's a basic right.
Yes.
And so I can tell you that I think it impacted me tremendously, being able to see, whether it be an adult or a child, that they've never had a comparison between what they are seeing and to what they truly need to see. And when they do, it's like, oh my goodness, I can actually see the leaves on that tree.
Yeah.
I
Oh
remember
my
that
goodness.
feeling. It
Yes.
was, like, the best feeling in the world. So that's just amazing.
Yes, and this is the tagline that I say is, we want to have people see clearly, live better, and thrive.
Yes.
So
I actually have a question too. When you go on these I would say like service trips, you get to provide a lot of people with eye care. Do you see a lot of like children and adults, or is it mostly just adults or children?
no, we usually see children and adults
Okay.
and elderly.
Okay. Yeah. that
There's
makes
some
sense.
elderly that never have gone to the doctor because they can't afford
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And so the great thing is, and again, I'm all about collaboration, is that we have ophthalmologists, we have optometrists, and we have opticians. And I was sharing this because this is something that when it comes to the eyes, it's the 3 O's. The ophthalmologist is the one that does the surgery, anything trauma on the eyes, any disease of the eyes. The optometrist is the one that does the visual errors, the contact lenses, and can evaluate that. And the optician is the one that fills the prescription. It's like the optical pharmacist that troubleshoots there's any issues. But we need all 3 of them to work together and provide this one of a kind, service to community.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
I was wondering how students like us and other people can just get involved with Eyecare on the Go.
Oh, well, you know what? One thing that I am very passionate about that I love to teach. And I actually started teaching when I was in 4th grade because my teacher allowed me to teach the 1st graders. Can you imagine that? So and that's what caused me to go back to become an instructor in HEC 2020, because I want for the next generation to be able to raise up and be an impact. So I love when students want to volunteer, so they can reach out to me. And actually, Ava had the opportunity to go with me and be part of an event, and I know it was very
Yes.
impressive.
It was so fun. I wasn't expecting it. When I walked in, I was like, Eyecare on the Go, how are we going to do this? And seeing the whole setup with the eye test and everything was so amazing. And I know students all over Tampa, and especially at Plant, would love to do such a thing because opticianry is such an amazing field of
Yes.
study, and
Yes,
it's so cool.
I tell you, and the great thing is that there's so many different routes, different branches that you can do. You can be an instructor. You can be a conference speaker, which I have done too.
Yeah.
For those, you can help in the nonprofit arena, help the community. And so it's just giving the opportunity to see a different aspect. And so I do welcome, I love volunteers, because that's, it gives them a new insight.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say this organization is just so cool because it truly offers life-changing opportunities for kids. And I wanted to ask you, what is the coolest experience you've ever had with Eyecareonthego?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this, I have to say, I was invited to go to Ecuador last year.
Oh, wow.
And I was not knowing, because this was through Lions Club Denver of Colorado. And it was interesting because I met them in Africa, of all places. I was in Africa in 2022 in Liberia, and I connected with the leaders of this club. And I reached out to them last year, and I just called just to see how they were doing. And she says, Sandy, I want you to come with us. And the greatest thing is that when I went to the airport, I was greeted by the police service, and so feeling the security that I am part of something that will provide for the community, and being able to see the magnitude of the people we served. We actually had 10,000 pairs of glasses that we were able to provide, both in two different cities. One was the capital, Quito, and the other one's Guayaquil was another one. I was only able to do 1 week of this because, of course, I had to come back. My program director allowed me to go 1 week, but not 2 weeks from school. So I think the greatest impact, and I love, is that no matter what city, whether it be locally or globally, it's seeing not the need, but that we can provide a service that will help them with their need. I think that's important.
Yes, of course.
To about wrap us up, I just wanted to ask, how can high school students like us get involved with this? Because it's so interesting and amazing.
I am so glad you said that, because I'm always have my open arms for students, for volunteers to come. They can either call me directly, and my number is 813-536-9837. I'll repeat it again.
Everyone hear that?
Write it down.
813-536-9837. Or you can email me at info@eyecareonthego.com.
Yes.
info@eyecareonthego.com.
And if you check our Instagram page on Serving 813, we'll post that again so you can make sure you get involved.
Yes! Well, I definitely want to see you be one of the volunteers.
Yes.
Pun intended.
Yes. Thank you so much for telling us about the whole Eyecare on the Go, how you get to serve so many countries. That's such an amazing opportunity, and it's so passionate. You're so passionate about what you do, which is really, truly beautiful. I love that. But I think that wraps up our segment. So again, thank you so much for being here, Sandra. It was truly great for everyone to get to know about Eyecare on the Go and how they can get involved, how you're helping and affecting the community greatly with vision. Well, thank you so much. Do you guys have anything else to say?
You.
I think that's it. Thank you so much for being here. We had a great time.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you for having me, and I love Tampa Bay.
Yes.
So I want to serve 813 all day long.
Yes.
And every day.
Serving 813. Once again, I'm your host signing off, Ava Lamison.
I'm Ava Hyde.
I'm Lily Nisley.
And Lily Phillips.
Thank you so much, Sandra. This was great, and so grateful getting to meet you and being our first ever guest at Serving 813, which is amazing.
My pleasure and honor.